Bartholomew. Like, that's how they have to do it. Like, it's literally like a movie. It's crazy. It's really not them just having sex and they recording it.
How do you know?
Look, man. Dude over here wearing yutters. Some Asher wash jeans. So basically, these are all strippers, and they're gonna ask them specific questions about situations at their workplace.
I consider myself a sex worker. 3, 2, 1, go.
I wanna know why those three strongly disagree.
There are varying degrees of sex work. I think that there's a spectrum, and I think that as a stripper, I was on the spectrum of being a sex worker.
I don't find myself to be a sex worker. I find myself to be creative. When I'm on stage performing, even though it's sexual, you're creating a whole act.
I agree with
So he looks like a guy from
it
Jersey
is an art
Shore.
form, and that
With you being a sex worker, I understand that a lot of people, I guess that goes under the porn spectrum.
That's what I think.
It's the same thing for them. They're acting. But the people that don't know either, when porn stars are doing their scenes, it's literally scenes. Think about intercourse, right? You're doing 2, 3 pumps, boom, boom, boom. If the person that's recording does not like see that you have a good angle or see that you're not showing that you enjoy it or the man didn't do the right motion of stroke, you're starting that scene over again. So you're stopping, they're going back on the tape. They're like, all right, you need to do that again. It's literally an acting scene. Just like you see actors read or play and they gotta say, Bartholomew, la da da. And he's like, no, you have to put more into it. They'd be like, huh? They're like, yes. He's like, Bartholomew. Like, that's how they have to do it. Like, it's literally like a movie. It's crazy. It's really not them just having sex and they recording it.
How do you know?
Look, man, just know I know these things, okay? They're still considered sex workers, not just because it's intercourse, it's because you're doing a sexual act in general. Now, if you're out there half naked or is naked, gyrating, gra-rating on a male or female, you're a sex worker. You're getting money to gyrate, vibrate, and get them stimulated. Vibrate, gyrate, and stimulate.
No.
You're a sex worker. That's it. I don't give a crap if you're twerking on somebody's junk and you making pancakes on the side. That doesn't make you a sexy cook. Makes
That
you a
makes you
sex
a
worker.
sex worker?
So you tell, okay, so hold up. If I'm a male stripper and I get called to a bachelorette party, right? But they want me to make them bacon and eggs while being half naked. That's not me doing my job?
I don't think so.
You just think that's just me being a chef? That's me being a sexy chef.
It's just,
Oh,
entertainment.
Entertainment.
I don't think
So when I come in there as a fireman too, and be like, "There's a fire in this house. I smell smoke." And then I just zip on down and make everybody in there wet, but I have the hose right next to my jaw. And I'm like, and he's like, dude, wanna give you everything. And it's just mad water spraying on them, white water. Babe, this is sex work. This is if you feel differently, then you're on the spectrum of you disagree that the guy's a sex worker. But on my end, I think they're sex workers no matter what you put on there.
My career is misrepresented in the media. 3, 2, 1, go.
Somewhat. Why does this guy disagree?
Magic Mike and Chippendales are two most iconic figures for male stripping, and I don't think they misrepresent male stripping.
When I looked up Chippendale, this is the Chippendale I see. That's the only Chippendale I know.
Thought of
Like this?
being feminine.
Why
Yeah,
he
that's
gyrating like that?
This is
not that
gay?
it's gay.
This is gay?
It's just most men do not have that kind of coordination and rhythm. Okay.
What men do you
Wild,
deal
'cause
with?
Customers will talk to me or
That's
talk
what
to
I'm wondering.
dancers for a little
Who
bit.
can't
and then
do
they'll be
that?
Like, wow, you're
could do
kinda
that?
smart. And like there's surprise.
I could cut that.
Sexual harassment comes with the job. 3, 2, 1, go.
You strongly agree?
that we have.
No, I
Sometimes they're
somewhat
like
agree.
really touchy with the girls, and if you're not the type of girl that likes to get touched, then you tell them no. Like, they won't put you on stage, and they will skip you, and they will put girls ahead of you. So it's either you're gonna really tip them, and I tend to like tip them
I've
a lot.
never
Yeah, and I
experienced that.
have always like kind of bumped heads with some of the DJs because of that. I mean, it's wrong, and then sometimes like the customers are really touchy, and it's kind of like, you know, I don't know.
I've never personally had that experience. Customers, they can get drunk.
Really?
But, you know, I've never had anything outlandishly disrespectful happen at work.
Different strip clubs have different policies, different people that come in. You know, some strip clubs are very respectful. There's people that come in there respectfully. Like you probably have 1 or 2 or 3 rude customers or whatever, or people that's really touchy and stuff like that. And the rest of them would literally like, okay, I'm putting money here, private dance here. We have some drinks and we'll speak and talk, stuff like that. Because a lot of the times that people go into a strip club, they're going there as an outlet. So they have a specific girl that they'll want to just speak to. I know strippers, and this is why I'm saying this. It's because these females are sometimes an outlet for these men, where they go there and they're in their whole time, they're not even dancing. They'll just talk to the man, give them advice. Same thing with the girls. They'll go to the guy for the outlet, but they'll just be sitting there. It's almost like having a relationship with the person. A lot of times that's how relationships even start in the strip club, where you're dating a stripper, because you're going there, you're talking about how your day went, you're mad about this situation, that, and then next thing you know, she's doing the same thing, and then y'all laughing and talking. Then you take her out to lunch or you eat. You know, there's a bar in there where you can eat food, like chicken strips and shit. So y'all eat like a little dinner or lunch there. Next thing you know, y'all fucking. Like, that's what happens, you know? And you can't look at a stripper as in like they're not a human. So they have partners, they have relationships also. On the first woman that spoke, she's probably at a not broke down, but in the cut strip club, where people is in there touching and the DJs feel like they could take advantage of the woman. The black woman, she's probably at a high-end strip club. And that's probably why she looks the way she looks, is because she's high-end. She's probably at one of those strip clubs where NBA players be going and stuff. It's just like with retail, where you're at the one in Brooklyn, it's mad rude customers, a lot of craziness going on, people coming in and stealing anytime they want to do. But then when you come to Manhattan, it's the rich people that's never been to New York before. Every 5 seconds, it's this, it's that. It's a whole different type of environment. And that's how the strip club is too. You'll find those real rich ballers that's throwing almost millions of dollars in the strip club, and then you'll go to the other chick strip club where it's the street ballers, where it's like this is their drug money that they, you know, stuff like that. I ain't going. You know, a majority of them are normal middle class men that just want to have an outlet.
Because, I mean, I'm free game at the mall. I'm shopping, I'm on my phone, and I just hear somebody down the hall.
First
like,
off, you're never free
screaming,
game.
You know, you strip.
She meant like anything.
You know, he
can
called me the
happen
B word.
at
And
the
I'm like,
mall.
who is this person that turned around? And he was like, when you in the club, you act like you don't know me. You can't dance with me. You don't see me. You think you too good and stuff like that.
Those
Like,
guys
I've
are
been cursed
very
out,
weird.
Malls, parties, all kind of stuff. Called sluts, all kind of stuff. So that does happen.
There's a difference between, you know, male stripping and female stripping, because you got bouncers, you got security,
Yeah.
you've got like, you know, your employer. Male stripping is, you know, independent contracting. So
Right.
when we show up to a party, it's usually house parties. It's the majority of our work. You know, there are reviews. You're only there for what, like 1 to 2 hours at a club, and we're men. It's just like a classic case, you know. I don't know, since
He
way
has
back
his
when.
nipples
since
pierced.
Yes. This guy, he's something. He's the type of dude to come into your house with that one piece on, just with his junk, just, and it's that little strip, you doing strip lines, and it's just his package just there.
Draw strap. I mean, a
You remember Jackass, the movie, and it was a dude with an American thong on, but he had his junk just in the front, and he used to just dance around like that? That's him.
I've had people punch me when I was on stage. I've had people like try to finger
That's
me during
wacky.
a lap dance. I've had everything. People untie your
Finger her
bikini,
during the
people
lap
touch your-
dance.
and everything. Touching your face is gross.
Shit,
Like,
Peter.
but I think you should expect somewhat, like,
Expect
some
it.
sexual harassment from a situation that's sexually charged, especially if you add alcohol to it.
I wouldn't
Sometimes I
even.
like the sexual harassment.
I wouldn't even know
Well,
she's
I'm
a
not
stripper.
saying that you should like it or you should have to like it, but you should kind of expect it sometimes.
Yo, he is
or,
so
like, be prepared
weird.
for it.
He said sometimes I like sexual harassment.
I would think so.
You think so? Wow.
I am a dad of 3 kids. When they come see me in Cali, I don't dance. I die for 3-4 weeks. But at the end of the day, it's important that I maintain a single life so I can make the utmost money for them. And being single is better because if I have a woman, she's gonna tell me, well, I don't want you to go out tonight, I don't want you to perform tonight, and stuff like that, and it's gonna hurt my stuff.
I was with someone for 5 years and it was all fine until one day he just wasn't okay with it anymore and started like slut shaming me after 5 years. But the dude I'm with now just doesn't really like, not that he doesn't pay attention to it, but he doesn't like come into the club. He doesn't like really have
How
to
is she a
see what
stripper?
I don't know.
You
I
don't
guess
see
it
it,
would
right?
bum him
No.
out if he saw like
She's
the
like a
amount of
waitress.
flirting.
Out of sight, out of
But
mind.
it's different flirting than how I would flirt with him. But it's weird because people change. Like they think that they're fine with it, or they
She's
pretend like
shaking.
they're
Ribs
fine
and
with
bones.
it.
For me, it's not that I can't find someone that'll accept me. I wouldn't want to date anyone while I'm stripping because I mean, the things that we have to do, it's like we're acting like if we're interested in like the customers or flirting. I feel like in a way that's, to me, I'm not saying for everyone, to me that's like cheating. Like I can't. And then when they ask you like, do you have a boyfriend? And then if I say yeah, then it's kind of like that's already kind of like a deal breaker,
The real question is, if you wasn't doing sex work, what would be the problem? They're not doing sex work, but what they're doing is liable of some type of cheating.
To some people, yes. If I was a stripper,
It wouldn't be with you.
why?
Because you're a sex worker. I've dated or have gotten into an intimate relationship with customers.
It doesn't say intimate relationship.
Stupid!
Of dancing, I had one guy like come in and like try to actively pursue me. So it was like every shift he was coming in and he wasn't totally haggard. So, after a while I was like, all right, I'll go on a few dates with you. But, he turned out to be a total fucking weirdo. So, it didn't have to last anyway.
I performed in New York City in Webster Hall, and I met my ex-wife there.
Oh.
It was a blessing because I have 3 beautiful kids, and we're still friends, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because I did meet a good person at the time.
Sometimes you meet someone just like you would out at the nightclub or the bar, and you're like, yeah, let's go home and do stuff together. I mean, yeah, I'm a person, I'm attracted to other people, and sometimes, it just works out.
I agree. I would. I would. If my daughter or son wanted to be a stripper, I would support them.
I didn't have like the greatest like upbringing. My mom was pretty terrible to me. Everybody was so I grew up kind of like loner. Oh my gosh, to even think about like my daughter, I feel like I'm there. Like I feel like she can do so much more.
I mean, I didn't have a bad childhood, and I supported my entire life as a child and given every opportunity, and I still did it, and it was my choice.
But this is something that you're not going to be able to do when you're 40, really 50 years old, 60 years old.
True.
It's a shelf life. That's what it is. You do this right now that you're young, you get as much as you can. But what's to say that if something happens to my daughter, like she's not going to make money at 40, 50, 60 stripping.
If I had a girl, I'd be scared, I'd be really scared.
Scared of what?
Scared of her being taken advantage of. Scared of her having bad experiences that you've experienced dancing. You would probably have them even whether or not you did dance.
I was date raped when I was 18 by a coworker, and I wasn't at a strip club.
I'm not saying it can't happen just because you're not a stripper doesn't mean you
Right.
can't get raped. I'm saying that you come across and put yourself in a lot more difficult positions being a stripper. I would imagine being a woman from what I've heard from other girls. You don't think so?
Why did they both feel so passionate about that? Like, he said he didn't say that he wouldn't support them. He just said he'll be scared for her. It seemed like what she was trying to say is that you can get raped anywhere, so you should be always scared or whatever like that, just because you're in this type of field.
And the strip club is most likely gonna happen.
Right, you're putting yourself more in a predicament where that could happen to you. I agree with that. A partial reason of why she got date raped is because how young she was. She was 18 at the time. If you were a stripper and you were 18 and you were not aware, something probably worse could have happened to you. If you got date raped, that I'm assuming, people say date rape drugs. What's the difference of you drinking in your strip club? Because some girls do that, and they putting something in your drink then and taking you home. What would be the difference? The more unaware you are about life, the more likely, the more of the likelihood of something happening to you by date rape or any type of sexual action that you didn't want to happen to you, I feel.
I'm third generation college. I had a great middle class upbringing. I'm in the situation I'm in because I put myself in that situation and I made the adult choice to dance. However, I'm not saying if my child chose to dance, just like my mom, I would demonize them or love them any less. I just would want more for them.
But would you support them is the question.
Yes, my mother supports me. Would she rather me not be a stripper? Of course.
I think that it takes like a strong person to be an entertainer or a sex worker on any level. And
stripper.
If I had a child that grew up to be any of those things,
They want to say anything but stripper.
Right for them, or if they felt like it was too much for them, I would hope that they would recognize it and get out of it. Because I've seen girls kind of be like emotionally crippled by this job, and that's really hard to see. You know, because it's not made for everybody. I would just hope that my kid would be aware enough to be like, this sucks for me.
If it wasn't for the money, this would not be my job. 3, 2, 1, go.
I knew the dudes would be. They're gonna exchange numbers and be like, yo, come to my joints with me. Come to my joints with me. They're gonna go together as a collab with his fucking yuttas on in a one piece. I bet he's wearing a thong right now.
Because I make decent money. That's just the bottom line. I mean, have I had really fun times at work? Yeah, I've had some great times at work. But at a point in time, it does start to wear on you. Like I said, the late nights. There are just certain things and aspects about being in the club that just really can wear on you over time. And so, yeah, it's definitely because of the money.
There's times where like it's real dead at the club and you have to go up and you make like $2. You're like, damn, that was brutal. But you still had fun, like looking at the ceiling mirrors, laying there doing nothing.
I mean, what man wouldn't want to go, you know, to a party there's only women.
That's right.
And you're outnumbered, you know, 20 to 1, and you gotta take your clothes off. Like, it doesn't sound pretty.
It's fun for us.
To
It's
me.
fun.
It's fun.
We like it.
I want you to see the chick's face. It's every time this man speaks from the beginning, she has a problem with what he says. Everybody else is smiling. She's the only one with the
Because, like you
crazy
said in the
dead
beginning,
face.
She's been through it. She knows it all. She got experiences. She's looking at him like, all right, young buck.
God dang, she's just so serious all the time. She got pockets on her.
Prom dress.
You know, 20 doesn't sound pretty.
It's
doesn't
fun
sound
for
bad at all
us.
to
It's
me.
fun.
Is he
It's fun.
sweating already?
Sweat. Everybody's gonna go to agree. Oh, besides the middle girl. Oh, let's go. All right, I agree with that.
Strongly agree, baby.
Stripping's the best. You get people's money. You stand over a sea of dudes and then their wallets fly towards you. It's
I
amazing.
don't think it's that easy. I don't think it's really just stand on stage and shake your butt. You gotta entertain.
And how would you
I don't
entertain
think
at a
just
strip
shaking
club?
your butt is entertaining. Because anybody could just stand there and shake their butt. No butt or butt. But that doesn't mean, oh shit, let me give her $100. No. They might have to actually flirt around with the crowd. Go to them, touch them, like, hey daddy, how you doing?
That's it? That's just one person though.
You gonna have to flirt with a lot of people.
So you have to overall flirt with the crowd. Find a way with a flirt. Yeah.
You gotta be entertaining.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's literally just twerking.
It's not.
It's
not.
And then their wallets fly towards you. It's amazing.
Until you had like money just fall over you, it's like an adrenaline you can't get from.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
maybe
sound of
like
singles.
skydiving or jumping off of that feeling feels like yes. You're like, oh yes, I can pay this bill tomorrow.
When I'm on stage, doing, you know, show, do a towel act, pull the G-string off, things like that. Just hearing women scream out the top of their lungs, not because somebody told them, hey, make some noise, but just because they couldn't control themselves enough and they just had to scream. They just had to just let it out. And I hear all of them do it at the same time. That's very empowering.
I mean, being able to make your own decision about your body, that's the number one. When it comes to feminists and being like, you're not empowered doing this. It's like, I made the decision to be here. Nobody's making this decision for me. It's my body and my choice, and that's empowerment.
Out of all them Jubilee videos, I feel like this one's was pretty decent. Some of the questions be bullshit, but they had I'm gonna say a well-rounded group of individuals who had a real understanding. They had a different points of view of stripping, not sex work. Stripping.
With me, I feel basically the same way. I still stand firm of I think they should have had at least 2 homosexual strippers from the boy and girl side to even it out. From a guy standpoint, we know the stigma behind being a male stripper. Most guys and women feel that all the guys that are stripping are homosexuals. So having one there to even it out for the
Wait, what? You said people
hetero.
think that guys that strip are homos?
Yes, that is a real big thing. A lot of guys don't strip specifically because of that. They feel that they go to the strip club and females aren't there. It's gonna be guys trying to grab you. It's still a stigma that just stripping in general for a man is gay. It seemed like they all understand though that this is not where I wanted to be, but I chose this lifestyle. This is what I did. Except for the guys. The guys is like, yo, man, we live in life. We handsome men and women want to grab us. But the woman is just like, yo, this is not the life I want to stay into. I'm just doing this for the money right now. And I'm trying to focus on something else or find something else. That's what it seems like that every woman there is, you know, at least has that in their mind. So that's why I wanted it to be different. I wanted one of the women to be in there to, you know, to be on the whole other X spectrum. You understand what I mean? Like to be like, yo, I'm staying with this until like forever. I'll be getting money forever, all of that.
I mean, if you keep your body right, you probably could strip at the age of freaking 50, 60.
Yeah, and call you old coon Kulzu.
Just call yourself black don't crack.
Wow. Put in the conversation down below how y'all feel about this video. You know, your disagreements, agreements, stuff like that. Make sure to like up the video to see if, you know, you want us to do more videos like this. This is our first video doing a Jubilee, right?
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. How did you feel about doing a Jubilee video for the first time? We watched it a lot. Like we watched a lot of Jubilees. So it's like we somewhat had an idea on how to come onto this video. But how did you feel about, you know, recording it for the first time, really?
I liked it. It was fun.
I wanna do something that's really like off the edge. Like I wanna do something big. Where it's like it's a real big like disagreement on both sides. And we have to sit here and really talk about that. The sex worker thing, I don't know about that. That's gonna have to be a different video. Because check out all our social medias down below. We have Instagram, Twitter, all of that. All in the description box down below. I also stream on Twitch. Trying to have her stream more when she gets the chance to or comes over, all of that good stuff. But yo, we'll see y'all next time. Have a good day, y'all.